Good evening. I am Timothy Chalamet. And I'm so happy to be here tonight to honor my brilliant friend, the great Denis Villeneuve.
From his beginnings as a young indie filmmaker in Quebec, Denis Villeneuve has been doing just one thing: telling stories that take his characters and the audience on an emotional, intimate, and often spectacular journey, deeply relevant to the world we live in at any given moment.
I've loved Denis since the moment we met on the first two films we made together, Enemy and Prisoners. Back then, my experience with Denis on a far smaller movie was that he was childlike in his curiosity, his joy, his openness in the process. He had boundless energy to apply to the pursuit of truth that I think remains ever present in his far larger work today. Nothing has changed. It's just bigger canvases.
But no matter the canvas he chooses, no matter the scope or scale or how he paints it or where, when it takes place, a Denis Villeneuve film is always a captivating tale grounded in very, very human stories.
He's kind, he's humble, he's curious, and he's the biggest contradiction of terms that I've come across in the 73 years I've been working in the film industry.
As actors, that grounding experience begins on set, where despite being responsible for bringing an intricate vision to life, like Dune, Denis makes each one of us feel like we are his singular focus. Even on a complex production like Dune, he somehow creates the close and personal environment of an independent film. Standing on a massive set with hundreds of people working all around you, Denis makes you feel like it's just the two of you getting to the heart of the story.
Denis is a super serious artist, but he's also incredibly funny. He's a major Hollywood filmmaker who once told me that if things didn't work out for him in Hollywood, he'd be just as happy to go back to his roots and find a way to tell stories in his hometown of Quebec, outside of the bright lights that Hollywood provides him today. He will always find a way to tell stories. Nothing will stand in the way of him making films. He's an artist with a fundamentally optimistic outlook who's not afraid of the dark. There aren't many constants in the business of Hollywood, but that's why Denis is so special. In short, he's a unicorn. A beautiful, gifted Canadian unicorn who remains joyful and is ever an optimist. For you Dune heads out there, none of this comes as a surprise. In his bones, Denis has an uncanny creative ability to bridge impossible distances across time and space. And sand. Lots of sand. Beautiful sand. Beautifully lit sand. Just lots and lots of sand. And yeah, I like that. It's true. That was funny. And because he's so constitutionally unable to turn away from the truth, we, his audience, are left unable to turn away from him. Lucky, lucky us.
He's a generous visionary, and working with him is an incomparable experience. For that reason, and for so many more, we love you, Denis, and we're thrilled to be here tonight for this most deserving tribute.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure, my honor, to present the Gotham Director Tribute to my dear friend, Mr. Sand himself, the Sandman, Denis Villeneuve.
Thank you. Thank you, Z. Thank you, Jake. That is very special to me. It goes straight to my heart. I feel very humble in front of this room tonight. It's a room that celebrates the spirit of independence. I mean, indie movies outside of the studio system, but me, I like to think about the idea of independence of spirit, creative freedom. And I'm talking, Jake. I was hearing him mumbling, sorry. After all these years. What is the most impressive things, Jake? Is it that we are together on stage tonight, or that you were able to learn French? Anyway, sorry about that. When I went from the indie world to Hollywood, I had the chance to have a chat, private chat with Martin Scorsese. And I asked the maestro, I said, "Sir, I'm going to Hollywood. Do you have an advice to me?" And he said, the advice I will give you is stay intact. Protect the flame. That's what he meant, protect the flame. I mean, when we create the independent world, you have creative freedom, you don't compromise, but creativity is linked with vulnerability. And he meant to protect that flame as I was going in a system that can sometimes be a bit harsh on the artist. And I don't know the value of what I've done in the past 12 years, but I will say this, is that the thing that I'm proud of is that I was able to protect my flame, to keep my independent spirit, and to not compromise. And that I'm proud of that. But I will say this, I will be fool to think that I was able to stay intact alone. I had a lot of guardian angels. And I would like just to pay a little bit tribute to 3 of them, 3 guardian angels that are in the room tonight. 3 women that are very important in my life. The first one is the one who first believed in me when I shown a film at Cannes Film Festival. Her name is Maha Dakil. Maha was my guardian angel since day one. She's the one who guide me, to show me which door I should open and which door I should not open. And to work with people that will make me stay intact. And for that, I will be forever grateful. Then the second one is Mary Parent, the head of production and the producer of the Dune movies, head of production of Legendary, sorry. And at the time when I met Mary, I was just had done what a film critic says, the most expensive indie movies ever made. A film called Blade Runner 2049, who happened to has been well received by the film critics, but didn't do very well at the box office. And Mary still believed in me. Mary fought so many battles to protect the integrity of my work, and I will be forever grateful for that. I'm here because of her tonight. Thank you, Mary. I forgot to say that Maha is my agent. Okay, bon. And the third one is producer and director Tania Lapointe, who helped me again to protect my vision and to transmit my vision to the team and help me to fulfill my dream. And also to cope with my bad behaviors, my neurotic. She's my wife. So thank you, Gotham. That means a lot to me. Thank you, everyone.